Coach Juli, folks, if we could just have an opening statement, please, following today's season opening game against Toledo.
Yeah, well, that was I think, a great game for us to be a part of, for probably all the fans to watch. Obviously, we got off to a really hot start and we're executing really well on both ends of the floor. And then as the game, kind of moved forward, one of the challenges we knew they have some, really sound and, big post players. And so we got in foul trouble and got into some really unique lineups as the game went on, and had many chances in the last minute, and that's really what you want. This is always a really hard place to win, and I thought we competed really well, and we gave ourselves a chance to win, and just couldn't get it to go right in the last minute.
Coach, when you guys went up big early, they're going to make a run. Were you telling the girls, hey, they're going to come back at it? How did they handle the early lead, and especially in a game like that on the road in your opener?
Yeah, I thought we handled it great. I mean, obviously, this is a place that has 4,000 season ticket holders, and so there was a lot of noise. And we knew that coming into it, that there would be times that we wouldn't be able to hear, and we had our plan for that. And I thought, we kept battling and kept battling, and we, got to the point where I think I was probably most proud of, we went down forward, which I think was our biggest deficit of the game, and we hit a huge three and then got another stop and went up again. And that's really what you want to see, is when you're on the road and you're playing at a place that's going to have a chance to flip momentum. When they do, can you retake the lead? And then we did. And then we had like I said, we had a chance. We had three chances in the last minute. And we couldn't convert, but we got the stops when we needed to get the stops. And so I thought it was great. And obviously, we went really deep into the bench when you have three people fouling out, and, we lost somebody to an injury. And so we were in some really unique lineups, and, huge credit to our players. Of all the lineups that we've worked on the last play of the game, that was not one that we'd ever tried before. And, we got those two looks, and that was a tough last call of the game.
Coach, did you obviously they had a size advantage. I thought, I mean, at the end, they got six. You got six fouls. They had one. It was hard to adjust to the whistle the way I know you want to, but I looked up and went, and I think I heard you at some point say that. But I mean, that's life on the road, right? When you're playing somewhere else.
Well, absolutely. And, at the end of the day, we can only control what we can control. And we can't control what the refs are going to call. All we can, is do respond to it well, and keep competing. And I thought we did. And, the foul count, I mean, obviously had gotten a little lopsided, but, we talked about it. Some of those were fouls. And so, we need to do a better job in practice of keeping everybody really disciplined, and probably really blowing the whistle a lot more, because if we could have got a couple of those back and got a few more stops. But, I thought we had a lot of things go in our favor and things that we wanted to have happen. And we defended really well. So they ended up getting, I think 20 points from the free throw line.
Mhm.
But I thought we had a lot of really good stops, but there's so much, the film is going to be really beneficial from this game, offensively, defensively, on the rebounds. While there was a lot of things that are good, there's still so much more that we can do.
And you have to take some positives from going on the road against a really good team and a really good venue. A lot of teams are going to start out with maybe a lesser opponent or a Division II team at home, but you fought it right from the get go, and now you come home on Sunday, and you got some positives to build on from this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love the Sun Belt MAC Challenge, and you don't pad your record early if you finished at the top last year. And so we were really excited for the Toledo draw, because we knew this was going to be a big test. This was a team that had a chance to be an at-large in the NCAA tournament last year, and returned, a huge core of that team. And so, we knew right away this was going to show us what we were made of and what we're capable of. And, obviously you want to come away with the win, but really you want to be in a position to get wins on these kind of games. And, we did, and we didn't fold. So I felt great about that. And, I wish for our team that we could have, hit a couple of those shots down the stretch and, made it interesting in a different way, but the ball rolled out, and that happens.
Yeah. Finally, how will the ladies kind of rebound? How they take it tonight, and how will they turn right around and be glad to be back home on Sunday?
They're competitors, so, they didn't like it, and I appreciate that. But the piece that has been really true about them is, they're coachable and they buy in. And, we had a list from last weekend on the board of measurable things we thought we could be better at going into this game. We had a list of 12. And so I can go back and check on that box. There were several of them that we absolutely made adjustments, and that was great for us. And now we're going to do the same thing from this game. We're going to, sit down as a staff and team and figure out individually what we think we can get fixed in the next week. And really that's our approach the whole season, because, we want to be at the top. We want to have a really high seed, and we want to have a chance to compete for championships. And there's a lot of good things we can take away to have a chance at that.
I know everybody always, asked who's going to step up for replace Bree and Abby and those kinds of folks. But you had at least 3 veterans who kind of did that tonight and showed that they're capable of leading this team.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the things I was most impressive with. Is it's always hard when you have to change roles. And obviously we lost, 2 elite players last year. And so, you're not necessarily always filling in with one. You're trying to find ways to collectively do it. And I thought we had players that had great off seasons, and this was kind of their big moment. And, I thought we had several really good performances. And then, we figured out and we put up enough points to win. And so we just, we need 2 more stops or 2 more scores. And I thought it's good feedback for the work that they've been doing, that it mattered, and then they can build on that.
Any other questions, Tim?
I'm good from my side.
Coach, we thank you for your time and safe travels home.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.